It's great to be back out there playing. Very exciting to get the guys back on the field. Great crowd again. Another sellout to keep the streak alive. Saw just the excitement our fans had. The backing was always fantastic, and I thank them as always. I know next week we need them here bright and early, so they better get a good night's sleep for next week for the 11 a.m. kick of next week's game. But we got a lot of things we can go over and teach off of this film. Out of this game, we got a lot of guys from reps, got a lot of guys experience, a lot of guys played for the football for the first time. And a little bit of everything that we can go through and teach this week, and hopefully see a great improvement in our team between now and next Saturday's SEC kickoff game. So, questions?
With your plan to use a lot of players, did you get what you wanted to out of Tyler? And what did you think of Dak Prescott's performance?
Yeah, I thought Dak was okay. Dak was okay. Got to get out there, got the nerves out, got to go play, and I think he'll be ready to go play as we move forward. Tyler, good. I think there's some things we got to improve on. Not as sharp as I'd like to have seen him. I think he played well, but I expect him to be even sharper. And not off on his throws as much, just sharper in some of his reads. I think he was sometimes trying to do a little bit too much at times, and just run the offense. That's what he needs to do, and we'll be okay. So, but both those guys. It's great to get Dak. Dak got a lot of plays today, so it's good that he's now kind of been on the field and gotten that under his belt.
Ladarius gets his 8 carries, 50 yards. Not only was he productive off the edge, but he did some good things off the tackles.
Yeah, I thought, it was good, workout. We wanted to get it. Looks, you look at those guys, 8, 8, 5 for the 4 running backs carries. Everybody got an opportunity to touch the ball to get out there on the field. I thought we ran the ball decent at times tonight, but mixing those guys up, I think, really, there's, Ladarius we expect to do it, did have 2 touchdowns, and I thought ran the ball hard. But the other 3 guys, it's great to get that experience. It's really some of their first real action for the other 3 guys. So, and then they're going to have to carry the ball a bunch as we move forward.
Saw Quay and Nick James out there together, and it seems like most of the time when they were out there, a turnover happened. What did you like from those 2 guys?
Yeah, I like that they got on the field. And I think they need those reps to learn how to play. When big guys come out of high school, I don't think they're used to playing against other guys that are their size all the time. And so where they have to actually use technique. So it's great in a game situation for them to see what it's like to be out there in a real game, having to use technique, having to use your fundamentals, and get that experience for them. Because we're going to need those guys to play a lot of football for us this season.
Matthew Wills was pretty active tonight. Talk about him and your thoughts on the defense overall.
At times I thought the defense played great, and at other times, not really what I wanted out of them. Creating the 2 turnovers, scoring twice, they were huge, making big plays. But as we move forward, we got to be, I think, a little bit stouter. I think we have to be a little bit stouter, but. Guys made plays, and we played, I think, a ton of guys on defense, and which is what we wanted to do, to get a lot of guys opportunities out there on the field to play, get them reps, get them game experience, and now get ready this week. There's guys that have been out there.
What you want to do with Matthew? Just kind of moving around.
Yeah, Matt, he's a versatile guy, very athletic, and and so we want to move him around different spots on the field and let him go make plays.
What do you think of Cedric Giles' performance? We have a microphone.
Oh, my bad. Cedric Giles played pretty well. I thought he played pretty well today. So, as a freshman, I had a great tackle on a kickoff, a couple nice pass breakups down in the red zone. So, again, as a freshman, go into that. I like how he prepared this week. He's been mature since the first day he got on campus, and and I think that allowed him to be ready to go play in this game today.
And you talk about running the football in the first half. Pretty much 50-50 in the 39 plays that you had. Just talk about the balance of the offense.
Well, that's what we want to do. We want to be very balanced, and at the end of the day, we didn't end up that way. But like I said, when for us, I thought we were balanced when we kind of had our ones in there and we were going. It was good. I did see that at halftime. I looked at the numbers at halftime. I was pleased with the balance. of what we had done. Just, a couple of the, sloppy things. We have three. We get to create we'll kind of block a punt and then go 3 and out right away. Those type of things are things you can't do. You got to jump on every opportunity, and we didn't always do that tonight. And especially in the first half, we missed a couple opportunities.
You got a series out of Tobias Smith. Was it your plan just to give him one, or did Justin Malone do well enough just to leave him?
No, I mean, our plan was we wanted to get him one, see what we were doing. We got him one. We put Justin in. And then I think at that point we wanted to make sure Justin was a little nervous in his face, so we said let's leave him in there because we don't need to be nervous after tonight, because after tonight it's SEC game next week. So if you got to be in there next week, there can't be any more nerves. We got to go, and so you know what you got out of Tobias. So we decided to go with him the rest of the way.
Specifically with Tyler, was it some of those throws over the middle where he threaded the needle, but against SEC defense, it's going to look a little bit different?
Yeah, those, and I know throw an out cut into the boundary and the cover 2 at the end of the half, at the end of the half, which wasn't very good. And then missed. I think was forced the ball down the field once or twice. I think 1 or 2 third downs in the first half. We had the guy open underneath to get the first down. He was trying to make the big play down the field, but. Missed in the corner of the end zone down here, missed that back a little high on the back shoulder throw to Arcedo. But, I think that was good for him. Knowing him, he's going to get back to work at it, and he's going to want to improve. And I think it's good for him to get that game kind of under his belt and get ready to move forward.
Dan, those Burgess was dressed up, didn't play. Just wondering what the reason was.
No, I think we were a lot of nickel.
But he didn't start and never got in the game.
I don't know that. They're a spread, throw all over the place team, so we're a lot of nickel, and he's more of a run-stopping nose tackle. Okay, so that would be it.
So what would you think of the 4 you had starting with the Ewells at that tackle?
That was good. I said nickel. We want to, you're going to play a team that's going to throw it as much as they are. We're going to get our pass rushers on the field, so we want to try to get our pass rushers on the field in the game.
Coach, Jamie and Lewis didn't like the stat sheet, but got off to a hot start last year. What does he need to do to be a little more consistent this year?
Just keep improving. I think he had 3 catches today, and like I said, that's the nice part of the receiver position. We have some depth right there. We can, roll those guys through a 50. You look at. I just have a mini stat sheet, but 3-3, 2-2. Guys are, a lot of different guys touching the ball, and I think he had a real good training camp, and I thought he played pretty well tonight.
Coach, they say teams improve the most from week 1 to week 2. Do you believe that, and how do you see that playing out this week?
I hope so. I'd love to make sure we improve a lot. No, we have a lot of things we do need to improve on from week 1 to week 2, and just a lot of things as a full team we got to get cleaned up before you get into conference play. You jump into conference play week 2, you got to be ready to go with a big game early, and a lot of teams don't play big games early in the season. We obviously have a huge one, so our guys got to be really kind of change the focus. I think this week was great result for us. I like how our guys prepared. I think they got back into the routine of what game week's all about. But now it's time to take it to another level and really, shift the transition from training camp into game week. And there's part of it can kind of bleed together certain things. But now it's going to. I think it really kind of you get going into the season at this point.
Aslan, you want to talk one more?
Coach, I'm not good at this stuff, obviously, I'm not a pro. Lopsided win to start the season last year, another one tonight. Any different feel for you as a coach with this team compared to last?
No, I like this team. I like our leadership. I like how our guys play, and I just want to make sure we're ready to have a great week of practice this week and get ready for SEC play.
Any last question?
Going once. Going twice.